How's it going, everyone? It's Lockhart here, and today I wanted to talk about Hell and give you guys a good build guide for her, and a little bit of information that I pulled from everybody. Some of the info that I have is from a group called Cozy Mart, so thank you to them, and join their Discord, which I will try to find and link to you if I can. Now, going into it, Hell is super cool. I understand now a little bit more in terms of what they mean by turret gameplay, but she is definitely top tier DPS and somebody that you can always have as AI or yourself. I don't think anybody really minds being able to output lots of damage, but just sitting still in a turret, I guess it couldn't be for everyone. I don't mind it personally, but let's go over some of the things that make her great and some things that will help her get better. So mine is not top tier because I just simply don't have the time to get through all the farming as much as I'd like, because this isn't the only game I play. But you want to get her all of her skills maxed, and when we talk about her Functor, it is super straight shot, nice and easy. So we are gonna go right into it, and we're going to swap this really quickly into Yggdrasil, right? And we're gonna go into her Functor. Here we go. Super easy. Reduces divine cost by 5 when firing the cannon tower and increases the base damage of cannon shots by 32%. Nice and easy. Unlike Hera or maybe some of the other units that have a bunch of text, you can see that this is really focused on her S3, and her S3 is where she really shines. So her Functor is not mandatory, but if you're looking to get her to do 1 mil plus cannon shots, I feel that that will be an investment that you don't mind, which also goes into her other investment. Do you want to get her into double S? And I would say it does help because, again, her Functor gives her more damage, giving her an automatic 2 levels plus. So if you get her double S, go for it. And if you increase her Functor's level as well, just know that it's only going to make those turret shots turn into rail cannon nuking bombs, because it's only going to do tons and tons more damage. So that is the nice and easy part. Now, when we talk about the sigils, you can go with the philosophers, followed by the one that comes with her event. I don't know why it happens like that. Nice and easy, gives you extra damage, blah 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 blah. So that is I think the easiest way to go. Now, if for somehow you've gotten so lucky, you've Omega'd Hell, then you can go with the ship of Theseus in slots 5 and 6. You gain 15% crit rate up upon consuming Divine Grace, lasts 3 seconds. Once the crit rate effect ends, refunds 10% of the Divine Grace consumed when activating the effect. So you can see that they really just bounce off each other. So you get something when you use a skill, and then you get something when you get the skill. So this works really well with her code, which we will go over as well. Another idea for Omega, again, is slots 5 and 6. Increase crit percentage for better output with crit chances when in turret mode. Has better main enchant stat over Ship of Theseus. So CN has run this because it's easier to run perfect enchants when re-rolling for them. So it's just an easier pick. And for future sigil, this is the one that replaces philosophers. It comes with Hades, so it's not going to be too long from now, hopefully. Increase users attack by 3% whenever Divine Grace is obtained. Lasts 5 seconds. Every stack refreshes the duration. Max of 3 stacks. Increase users crit damage by 12% when Divine Grace is consumed. Lasts 5 seconds. Every stack refreshes the duration of max of 3 stacks. So, again, you want to get that increase in crit rate, crit damage, and you'll see that in your enchants as well, because it's a great way for you to be able to get more damage per shot, turret shot basically. So when we talk about the enchantments, I'm not going to go over mine because they are atrocious. Again, super side game for me. Fierce Assault, of course, is something that you definitely want to go with just because it just makes the most sense. All of her skills scale off of attack, so why not? The next two that you can go for if you want to prioritize, Berserk and Enrage. Again, crit rate and crit damage. This is great to have, especially if you go with the 1 to 2 rule. So, you know, for every crit percentage, you want to have 2 crit damage. And then Shadow Blessing and Tactics Enhanced. If you've kind of gotten the majority of these, great to have because they just do more skill damage and more shadow damage. So amazing to get. And then for future enchantments, so in slots 5 and 6, you can get this one, which raises a skill 3 level by 2 per stack. You can see there's a theme here when these enchantments come out. Plus 12 levels at 6 stacks. So this is the only one that I put stats for. So at skill level 35, it's 1404.8%. But when you have the 6 of these stacked, you get 1634, which is pretty nice. And when you have like a lot of attack stacked, that is only more that just gets a little bit more exponential, right? Another one is this one, which increases the skill damage by 2.5 per stack, so more damage. And for slot 1 and 2, you can increase the range damage by 2% per stack. And I think that's just easy math for all of you guys. You know, you have six of them, so now you have 12%, right? So that's probably the easy part. Now, if we take a look at her codes are interesting. One of the few units where you like kind of mix and match here. So I have 3 picks here for y'all. For boss version 1, double yellow and 1 red. So your first yellow reduces 20% damage taken, stacks with the minus 20% turret mode, so you get minus 40%. Yellow 2, the second yellow, you do not gain Divine Grace from basic attacks, but gain 3 Divine Grace per second. Good for extending turret mode, especially when aiming. Great against bosses when you don't need to chase them around. So like, you know, our horse boss from Recurring Dream. And then the red one increases the skill 2 damage. Great to have if you're the only Yggdrasil unit on the team. Okay. For another one that you can have, you can go triple yellow, so the 1 and 2. And number 3 increases your Divine Grace cap by 20. Good if you have another Yggdrasil member on the team, just to get that Gen Zone buff. And then for mob clearing, this is more for, I mean, you could probably still use it in a boss scenario if you have to get to the boss, if it's not just simply Recurring Dream. But 2 yellows, 1 blue, increase, and then the first blue increases damage to mobs by 70%. So cleaning mobs, like running on auto. So you have her as your AI, and you kind of just sit there with your support unit, and she just cleans house for you. No problem. So what I have in terms of her team comp in general is the strongest team is Oku and Hodor, just because the dual ultimate's really good, and they further buff her. I have your notes here. You can freeze it if you like to take a look at it, but it is basically where they just kind of help support her do more damage through her buffs, through Gen Zone buffs, as well as if you can give this one to Nibble, which reduces the dual alt charge time. It is just only going to make it easier for you to just continue to do like massive deeps, and that's nice and simple. So really you just got to choose what you want to do here and what makes sense, so that way you know how to do it, and that's kind of it. So hell, super cool unit, really worth it, I think. If you need somebody who can be AI and just do that massive extra damage and just go pew pew on the enemies, and basically to also build another team around, just for events like Recurring Dream and whatnot. So that's it. Let me know what you guys think. Did you guys end up pulling for Hell? If you've watched my videos at all, you'll know that I just happened to pull for Hell, and I was not necessarily planning on doing it, but I got a little trigger happy, so I figured, you know, why not? But honestly, she's super cool, lots of fun, and I would highly recommend you know, trying her out just to see what her gameplay's like, because she is really different from everybody that we've gotten so far who is either super mobile or has a mobile suit on their back that turns into a motorcycle, or it just jumps around, flips, whatever, does huge AoE damage. Just very different, I feel like. So it's an enjoyment to have her right now, and I would recommend just testing her out and seeing what you like and whatnot. But thank you so much. If you've watched until this point, please like and subscribe, and let me know what y'all think. Good luck on all your future polls. Hades is coming in 1.3, so not too far from now. Are you guys excited, or are you guys going to wait for Oceanus, who is going to be, I feel like, mega nuts? Anyway, thank you. Have a great day.